Hey guys, your boy Sean Bellamy back with you with another episode of Philly Eagles Talk on my Fly Eagles Fly channel. And as you can see by the title, we'll be going over the Philadelphia Eagles trading for Gardner Minshew from the Jacksonville Jaguars. And my idea, it just seems like they like the possibility of a quarterback controversy coming their way throughout an entire season. But we're going to go over that in a bit here on my Philly Eagles Talk episode. So yes, the Philadelphia Eagles, was reported an hour or two ago this morning that the Philadelphia Eagles did trade a conditional 6th-round pick. They traded a fifth round or 6th-round conditional. It was a conditional 5th round or 6th-round pick for Gardner Minshew. So they didn't give up really nothing. It's like they kind of got him for free. If you want to talk about a conditional pick for a 6th round, whatever, it's not that big of a deal what they traded. For people that don't know, Gardner Minshew was going to be, which I thought he was going to be. I think a lot of people thought, because this trade came out of nowhere. A lot of people thought he was going to be the backup on the Jaguars behind Trevor Lawrence, because the Jaguars drafted Trevor Lawrence, #1 overall pick. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a good career with the Jaguars. Well, good career as a quarterback. I don't know what's going to always be with the Jaguars because they be making some weird decisions, but overall, we all knew that Trevor Lawrence was going to be the guy. And I think a lot of us, including myself, thought that Gardner Minshew was going to be the backup for the Jaguars. But again, they traded to the Eagles, so who knows? Maybe more will come out from that, and who knows? But again, it's like the Eagles basically got him for free. And Gardner Minshew, like I said, even though he was going to be a backup, he was benched last year. He's not a terrible quarterback by any means. In 23 games in his career so far, he's thrown 37 touchdowns, I think, like, in 11 interceptions. The guy's no bum. He knows how to play the quarterback position. Not saying like he's a top 10, top 15 quarterback, but he's not like a terrible guy to have on your team. And he kind of brings a sort of swagger. You see how he looks, whatever. He kind of brings like a type of swagger to your team. So I definitely think having him on your team is not terrible. For the Philadelphia Eagles, though, as an organization, as a fan base, this shit is just inviting quarterback controversy. You see, Philadelphia Eagles fans are probably one of the most narrow-minded fans you can see out there. Not all of them. There's just a lot of out there, and what I mean by that, they're so quick to turn on their quarterback that is starting. Go back to Carson Wentz not that long ago. So it's just ridiculous to me bringing in a quarterback like Gardner Minshew, who is not a bum. And it was reported, let me get this out too, I'm sorry. It was reported immediately after he got traded to the Eagles that Gardner Minshew was going to be a third-string quarterback. So he's going to be behind Jalen Hurts, who's going to be the clear starter, Joe Flacco, who's going to be the backup, and then who he was brought in as a veteran backup, whatever, as a signing this offseason, and Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is going to be the third string. That's what was reported. Gardner Minshew knows his role and all that, but I don't still see him because, again, I think it better in his career at this point. I think Gardner Minshew is better than option than Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's up there in age. He's not terrible by any means, but if you want to have a backup behind Jalen, you're going to go with Jalen. You're going to go behind Jalen Hurts. You're going to go with Gardner Minshew over Joe Flacco. In my point, I think Gardner Minshew is a better option as a backup than Joe Flacco is at this point, because, like I said, Joe Flacco's up there in age and everything like that, even though he is the veteran. But regardless, you have 3 quarterbacks on your team now, and all it takes is, I was speaking up for Eagles fans, the Philadelphia media, which is in the way, hell, national media. Like, as soon as that trade happened, Ryan Clark from ESPN, Trey Wingo from ESPN, they immediately went out and said, oh, look at this. They traded Carson Wentz to say this is Jalen Hurts' team, but here they go, they're trading other stuff around on their team just to get another quarterback. Like, it's like the Eagles as the organization loves this idea of a quarterback controversy. Yes, there's a lot of fans out there that's calling people like me and others stupid for overlooking this. Like, man, what are y'all thinking? It's still Jalen's team. Listen, you idiots. Yes, we know it's Jalen Hurts' team, but who the hell wants to deal with the fuckery constantly throughout the entire season? If Jalen Hurts does not play 1 game or 2 games well, like back-to-back games he doesn't play well, what do you think the talk around Philadelphia is going to be? What do you think? Eagles fans, the Philadelphia media, they're all going to be saying, bro, we got to play Gardner Minshew. This is why the Eagles brought in Gardner Minshew. Hell, it opened up the floodgates that people think that this trade, because having 3 quarterbacks on your team when you really don't need it at this point, people think it's opening the floodgates for the Eagles to try again to get Deshaun Watson from Houston. So, yes, you can argue that there's no quarterback controversy, that this is people are really looking too hard into this. It's the Eagles' fault. You can't be mad at no one but Philadelphia. They're the ones that fucking made this trade. I don't know why people are not thinking that this is just open, like I said, a floodgate for more rumors and speculation to constantly surround us every single week. We're the only organization that does dumb shit like this. We won't name our Jalen Hurts, our quarterback, who we all know is going to be the starter. We won't name him as a starter until the week 1 of the season. We draft quarterbacks in earlier in rounds when we shouldn't have, when we already gave money to a guy that was supposed to be our franchise quarterback in Carson Wentz when they drafted Jalen not that long ago. So I don't know why fans are so up in arms when everyone's like, bro, why is everybody saying this is a quarterback controversy? We all know that Jalen's a guy. Yes, we know Jalen's a guy. Did you say the same shit when they drafted Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round when Carson was the guy? I don't understand that. People got to understand that. People got to understand that the Eagles are inviting this shit. Even if there's nothing going on behind the scenes and the Eagles really they're 100% on Jalen, it's still ridiculous that you're putting a situation out there to be talked about. I don't know why we made this trade. Now, some people are saying because Nick Mullins, who was our backup, our 3rd string backup, he's not good at all. Nick Mullins is trash. He was our 3rd string before we had Gardner Minshew, and we traded him away and also he got cut, I think. But that's why people are saying we needed a 3rd string because Nick Mullins was not going to be a 3rd option just in case, God forbid, something happens to Joe Flacco and something happens to Jalen Hurts and Joe Flacco. But again, even if you want to go that route, you still are looking at the fact it's not like they brought in some guy that is a bum. Gardner Minshew is literally a guy that can play. I'm not saying he's going to give you a 4,000 passing yards and 50 touchdowns. He's not going to, blow you out the screen or anything. But Gardner Minshew can play the quarterback position. So the idea that people think that this is just going to be a 3rd string guy behind Jalen Hurts and Joe Flacco, you're an idiot. You're just looking at this, trying to look at everything in a positive light. He's going to be a backup. I cannot see him being a 3rd string throughout the entire season, even if both Jalen and Joe Flacco stay healthy. They're going to put him at 2 at some point. At some point, he's going to be the 2nd string guy. Because I actually think some part of them bringing in Gardner Minshew was also a thing against Joe Flacco. Because, I'm not saying Joe Flacco was trash, but he wasn't great throughout the entire preseason. His 2nd game, he was awful against who they played? The Patriots. So, listen, that's just my thinking. I think sometime down the road, he will be a backup. Listen, it won't matter, obviously, in the end, if Jalen Hurts goes out and does his thing. If he's, God forbid, he stays healthy, he doesn't get hurt, and he plays out the entire season, he does well, cool. But I'm telling you, one game, one drive, one possession, anytime that Jalen does something bad, you are going to hear people say, get Gardner Minshew, get Minshew Mania in there, get him in there, man. Listen, this is why they brought him here. They clearly don't try. They just be inviting these speculations and rumors that they don't trust their quarterback one. So be mad at me all you want for bringing this up. It's just the way the Eagles have been these last few years. You can get mad at national media and all this shit. You can get mad at Ryan Clark and other dudes like that. You can get mad. But overall, the Eagles be inviting people to this bullshit. I know that Gardner Minshew is not going to be the QB1, but it still doesn't stop the dumbass Philadelphia media and all this, the Philadelphia media and all the fan base who doesn't like Jalen or looking for reasons to not want Jalen to be QB1. You're going to hear it every single week. Who the hell wants to deal with that all year? We're trying to figure out if Jalen's the guy. It's just absolutely stupid, man. It's dumb. It's dumb. So that's my thoughts on it, guys. Overall, the trade, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit there and say it was a terrible trade or a good trade. It don't matter to me. I don't want to worry about who our backup. Yes, I understand injuries happen, God forbid. Please, football guys, do not let Jalen get hurt. Please let him protect him the whole year. Because I understand you got to have a backup just in case things go wrong. You want to have someone in there you can step in and be a solid dude. That's why I said I think in the end, if Jalen does get hurt, I think they do see Gardner Minshew as that backup guy. I don't see them just running with Joe Flacco. I think Gardner Minshew is that good where he can definitely be a backup behind Jalen. But overall, I don't want to think like that. I don't want to think like what could or what if or what could happen. Man, just hopefully Jalen has a full season. He does well enough where we're like, okay, we can go with this guy and keep building around him. That's all I want, man. But don't be mad, like I said again before I close this video. Don't be fucking mad at the rest of us for not looking through the lines here. Yes, This could have just been a move just to get a backup. Okay, whatever. Nick Mullins was trash. But you know that the Eagles have been surrounded by quarterback controversy for like 2-3 years now. And it's their own damn fault. Starting with Howie Roseman all the way down. Don't be mad at no one but them. They be mad at them because they're the ones that be inviting this bullshit. That's all everyone's going to talk about now. Is he brought in to be the guy? Is the Eagles going to trade Deshaun for Deshaun Watson? Is Jalen really the dude? You see how they didn't name him number one yet? It's just annoying. Also, as a side note, I kind of don't like the idea of having 3 quarterbacks on the team because I feel like the Eagles could use that spot for someone else. I feel like having 3 quarterbacks on the roster when you're trying to figure out who's going to be in your 53-man roster, I don't know. For me, I think the Eagles could use that roster spot for someone else if they was going to just cut Nick Mullins anyway. But I don't know, man. Whatever. Again, it's just speculation. It's thoughts. It's just my first reaction to this. So, maybe when I sit down, maybe I'll have maybe and really sit here and think about it. Maybe I'll be like, oh, maybe this was a great move. I have no idea, man. It's just, again, whatever. I'm out, you guys. Peace.